If you are looking for something new and different for the upcoming Compliance Week celebration in November, check out The Compliance Kids. It's my 3-book children's series on compliance and compliance professionals for children. But they make great gifts and great training tools for your employees. You can check it out on Amazon.com. We've linked to it in the show notes. The Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. Join us as we explore the latest trends from the Department of Justice, share some best practices, demystify complex compliance issues to help keep your organization doing business ethically and in compliance, and at the end of the day, more profitably. Tune in daily for your dose of compliance wisdom. Let's make compliance a little less daunting, one tip at a time. Now a word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
If you're a compliance officer, middle managers are crucial in getting your programs from you to your frontline employees. But how do we activate those managers and get them on our side? Ethico's new Middle Manager Toolkit equips you with the skills needed to empower your managers, to promote a culture where ethical behavior thrives and employees feel empowered to speak up. Learn how to turn frontline managers into ethical leaders with our new white paper, Empowering Middle Managers as Ethics Champions. And did I mention you can get the whole toolkit for free? Head to ethico.com to download the full toolkit today.
Welcome to the Compliance Tip of the Day for October 21, 2024. Today, we're going to begin a week-long exploration of the TD Bank America AML and BSA enforcement action. Today, we're going to take up the topic of what does an AML BSA enforcement action have to do with an ABC, or anti-bribery, anti-corruption compliance practitioner? Well, it turns out quite a lot. Why? Because they're both forms of compliance, and in the financial services and banking world, AML and the Bank Secrecy Act are the two highest risks that compliance officers face. In the TD America Bank, you will see that the bank wholly failed in its obligations and duties to perform AML and BSA compliance literally all the way up. So what are the key takeaways from all of this? Well, the DOJ 2024 ECCP requires you to review enforcement actions from other industries. And I would suggest this means enforcement actions involving AML and BSA as well. You need to study enforcement actions to see what you might be able to learn from them. 2, continuous learning. Every compliance professional needs to be curious, and you need to be continually learning about what enforcement actions are going on and the risk. And finally, number 3, insights into enforcement. By studying enforcement actions or reading my blogs, which summarize them, you get great insights into what the regulators are thinking and how they are looking towards enforcement actions. I really can't think of a better case than the TD America Bank case, where the OCC gave a very detailed list of what it expected in the bank's compliance function going forward, both in AML and BSA compliance, but also in larger and broader compliance measures. So it's a great way for you to pressure test your compliance program, even if it's in an adjacent enforcement area to the FCPA. The bottom line is you need to study these enforcement actions to get the lessons learned for your compliance program. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The Compliance Tip of the Day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network. Finally, this podcast contains promotional materials.